Bem-vindos ao canal Clips MMA, faltando 5 dias para o UFC 313, Poatan versus Ankalaev, os corações dos fãs já começam a ficar acelerados. Para deixá-los um pouco mais tranquilos, confiram a análise que o Robert Whittaker fez sobre essa luta e o quão confiante ele está na vitória do Alex. Já se inscrevam aí no canal e bora!
But Rob, UFC 313, finally it is here. Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev for the light heavyweight title. Alex Pereira, 12 wins, 10 of those are KOs, 2 losses. He obviously just beat and TKO'd Kelly Roundtree, Yuri Prohaska, Jamal Hill. But then you have Magomed Ankalaev, 19 wins, 10 KOs, 1 loss obviously against Paul Craig from memory. He was submitted on his back. 1 draw and 1 no contest. He beat Alexander Rakic recently, KO Johnny Walker, and the split draw with Jan Blachowicz. Rob, Pereira, Ankalaev, give me your thoughts.
You know, first and foremost, I love how Ankalaev is just like setting death threats, dude.
What is it?
I love it because it's not corny. It's not thing. He's just like full locked in, brother. I'm coming to kill you. Like that's it. Like, yeah. But you know, if we look at this fight,
yes.
Okay. Right now, Pereira's got the bubble around him, the bubble of immunity, because he's just starching people. Right.
Yep.
And it's the same like the Marab bubble as well. It's like on paper, he never loses, right? But then things happen. Fights don't happen like that. Pereira, right? On paper, the way to beat him is get him on his back. You would think. You know, he's been in MMA for a long time now. You assume he's done nothing but wrestling defense. And he's got he's cornered by Teixeira. He's got one of the best MMA jiu-jitsu guys to date. And so you think he's working not only his ground game, which he has, but his wrestling defense to be able to keep the game where he is strongest suited.
Yeah. And
Ankalaev, you would assume he's doing nothing but wrestling. And he's kind of leaning that way as well. Like everything he's saying is like, I'm going to kick you on your back for 3 minutes. I'm going to submit you. I'm going to take you down. I'm ready to wrestle for 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Et cetera, et cetera. I guess my big thing is, can Ankalaev, because there are no certainties in this fight just because, I don't know, like because Pereira is such the animal stand-up wise, because Ankalaev has said nothing but I'm going to take you down. Like, and he's a good striker, but you look at him statistically, he's stood up more than,
100%.
Worked on ground with all his fights.
Yep.
So is Ankalaev going to implement that wrestling game, take Pereira down, control him on the ground and make it a long night for Pereira? Or is Pereira going to hurt him before it comes to a clash of wrestling?
Yeah. I'm so torn on what Ankalaev is going to do. Because do you remember a few months ago, he's like, I'm just going to stand there and trade with Pereira. I trust my striking, etc. Words along those lines. And now we see him. I saw the 25 minutes. You better be prepared to do that. He's clearly training wrestling and his ground game. He would be insane and crazy not to wrestle against Alex Pereira. I know that Ankalaev likes to stand and trade. He's got a nasty straight left. Like, I think he lost the first round against Rakic, but he did decently well in rounds 2 and 3. But he would be crazy to think he's just going to stand there and trade with Pereira. Pereira has that void where if someone steps in, especially someone like Ankalaev, who likes to drop his lead hand a little bit, he's going to get checked with that left hook and is going to be lights out. My early prediction right now, and we'll get to it in a second, but it's hard not to say Alex Pereira is just going to starch him. But if he can actually start to wrestle, because he's weird, man. He's got good wrestling, but he doesn't use it much. What's going on? Do you know what I mean?
If I'm coaching Ankalaev, I'm like, I want him dropping to both knees and shooting from across the cage.
100%.
Like, I want him like army crawling to Pereira's ankles. That's
or at least set up the threat of the takedown. Yeah. So
we're blanking him 25 minutes.
Yeah,
that's like we need to slow him down, or we need to get him into a position where he's uncomfortable. We need to start like making threat levels elsewhere, because you see every stand-up fight Pereira is in, every single one of them. Even when he's hurt, even when he's getting hit, like when he was with Roundtree,
he's
just comfortable there. He'll stay there. He'll be there till the crowds leave. Like he's so comfortable and confident in that position, in that dynamic of fighting, that it's silly to fight him there.
Yeah. Can I get your thoughts on something? So there's been a bit of a discussion on Ankalaev being a southpaw, which in theory might make it more difficult for Pereira to throw his patented low calf kicks and just batter him with kicks, right? However, there's another line of thinking where that's not really true. Pereira can still really kick a southpaw. And we saw Rakic smash Ankalaev with kick. We saw Jan smash Ankalaev with kicks. Is that a thing that Pereira needs to like kind of adjust to, or is it a bit nonsense?
I think that got debunked when he fought Hill, Jamal Hill, man.
Yeah, we got there.
He's kicking, dude. Oofed. Hill is a southpaw.
Yeah,
and we saw him still landing those lead kicks, still being able to implement a solid striking game. He's worked that time and time again. You know, I don't think it's as effective as rear leg, but he's got big feet, man.
He's got a good rear leg as well. Like, let's be real. Yeah.
He's good at kicking that calf. He's good at that game.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be as effective as if he was versing an orthodox fighter, but we'll see.
So if I was to ask you for your predictions, and I know like some fights you like to give predictions, others that you don't. Pereira, Ankalaev, who have you got for this one?
I'm going to go Pereira.
It's hard to write him off, right? Like he keeps proving himself.
I just don't. Like I said, if Ankalaev doesn't drop level in the first 3 minutes, I don't think he makes it out of the first round. Like, I don't want to be in that. I don't want to be striking with that guy.
Yeah.
Period. He hits like a truck. He's very comfortable and confident at like standing. So, you have to get him on his back in that first round.
I will say this: Ankalaev has never been knocked out, right? Yeah. And I don't know his full kind of fight history, whether he's ever been wobbled. I'm sure he has at some stage. It's just that Alex Pereira's power is so freaking scary, especially that left hook.
Had Yuri been knocked out before Pereira? You know what I mean?
That's a really good question. He definitely had been hit.
I don't think so.
Like a really, really hard. Yeah.
But no one could put him away. I remember sitting cage side when he fought Glover, and like I'm sure Yuri was knocked out standing up like at one point. But you know what I mean? It's I don't know. Like Pereira brings a definite like X element into the game.
I just wonder. I know that Ankalaev has knockout power, obviously 10 KOs, but his most recent fights, aside from Johnny Walker, who has been knocked out by everyone nowadays, right? He had a decision against Rakic, couldn't put him away. He had the split draw with Jan Blachowicz, especially with Pereira showing he's got a really decent chin. Look at the Roundtree fight. He got dropped in that fight. He stood straight back up. He has a really strong chin at light heavyweight versus middleweight against the fight with Izzy. I just don't know if Ankalaev is going to be able to knock him out. I know that he has a nasty straight left, but I'm absolutely leaning towards Pereira. I think Ankalaev, he should, I think he will, but he should set up the takedown threat, even if he's not always securing them, just to make Pereira think. But I think if he gets in close, if he drops his lead hand, Pereira's going to knock him out. I want to say second round. That's my prediction.
Yeah, that's a good pick. That's a good pick. I got Pereira as well. Nothing against Ankalaev.
Of course.
Let's see.
All right, last question for you, though, on this. Hypothetically, Pereira wins. Should he move up and fight the winner of Jones and Tommy Aspinall?
Yeah, definitely. I think he'll make a ton of cash for it. I think he's got nothing to lose. Every champion that's gone up and lost hasn't lost any value of their stock. He's kind of at the end of his career. Yeah. You know, so I 100%. He's definitely big enough to do it.
Dude, how did he ever make middleweight? How?
Bro, your guess is as good as mine.